imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger or brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. stars wait for me. Who knows where we shall meet again? If ever the time keeps flowing like a river to the sea, to the sea, to the sky. If tomorrow never comes, would you still belong to me? Guess I've always known it was meant to be. Took a second chance on love, and I'm carrying through. Now it's getting stronger, day by day. The closer it gets, the further it seems. Always one step out of reach, on the edge of a dream. On the edge of a dream. We've been waiting for this chance to be for real. On the edge of a dream. And if nothing ever changes, would you feel the same way too? You know I'll always be there for you. 'Cause the saying strong survive, and when you're out, you're through. You'll soon be seeing our dreams get through. The harder we get, the harder you fall. Never turns out like it seems, on the edge of a dream. On the edge of a dream. We've been waiting for our chance to be If tomorrow never comes, would you still belong to me? Guess I've always known it was meant to be. Took a second chance on love, and I'm carrying through. Now it's getting stronger, little by day. The closer it gets, the farther it seems. Always one step out of reach, on the edge of a dream. On the edge of a dream. We've been waiting for this chance to be for real. On the edge of a dream. And if nothing ever changes, but you feel the same way too, you know I'll always be there for you. 'Cause the saying strong survive, and when you're out, you're through. You'll soon be seeing our dreams get through. The harder we get, the harder you fall. Never turns out like it seems, on the edge of a dream. On the edge of a dream. We've been waiting for our chance to be free. Out on the edge of a dream.
Whew, you just have to give me a moment to suck back the tears. And I always get emotional when I see the slideshow and when I see all these lovely people in front of us. Aren't they terrific? One more applause. Okay, now I have to be serious. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Southgate's 1985 graduation ceremony. I would like to draw your attention to the theme of these ceremonies, on the edge of a dream. Ooh, to have a dream. All accomplishments, both great and small, start with a dream, but more precisely, an idea. Add to an idea the element of faith or belief in oneself, and that idea soon becomes a reality. I know that you join with me in encouraging our graduates to trust and believe in their own ideas, thereby energizing their dreams into happy realities. Remember, grads, anything is possible. Oh, I told them I was going to sneak in an opportunity to sermonize one more time. I just did it. Okay. And on that note, I'd like to call upon Mr. Greg Mitchell to give the invocation.
Just remain seated and bow your heads, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us here tonight. We thank you for each of these grads here, for your sustaining them over their long education. We thank you for their families, for the patience and support that they've provided. We pray now, as this evening symbolizes a new beginning, that you would grant them wisdom to stay away from things that are wrong, wisdom in career choices, wisdom in educational choices. We pray for their protection. We pray also that you would fill the void that they're going to leave behind in their families as they go off on their careers, they go off to school. Father, we pray also that this evening that you would oversee during the ceremonies, that it would be God-honoring, and that you would see that all are protected and return safely home tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Southgate is most fortunate to have as its senior administrator a very remarkable and highly respected man. I invite our principal, Mr. Don Muir, to provide a few introductory remarks on behalf of the school. Mr. Muir?
Mrs. Rackham, honored guests, members of the commencement class, parents, grandparents, ladies and gentlemen, and friends. It is a gratifying experience to have the opportunity, together with the class of 1985, to acknowledge their accomplishments gained after 12 years of study and self-discipline. The beauty, serenity, and quiet nervousness evident this evening reflects the tremendous growth, both physical and intellectual, that has taken place since the 85 class took off to kindergarten 13 years ago. Parents, grandparents, and friends, you have every right to be proud. I also sense the feeling of pride so prevalent in the class as they look out on the persons who have provided guidance during their first 17 or 18 years. The most important feature of this evening is the opportunity it provides families to gather together, perhaps for the last time, before the young people we are honoring tonight leave the nest which has provided love, warmth, and understanding. Class of 85, the staff and administration are proud to have been a part of your life. and we thank you for your cooperation and direction, which was often needed. Your contribution to our school has given added strength and has provided encouragement for students in the future. These words of Ellen Fowler might have been spoken by the class of '85. The cynics say that every rose is guarded by a thorn which grows to spoil our posies. But I no pleasure therefore lack. I keep my hands behind my back when smelling roses. Though outwardly a gloomy shroud, the inner half of every cloud is bright and shining. I therefore turn my clouds about and always wear them inside out to show the lining. My modus operandi this, to take no heed of what's amiss, and not a bad one, because, as Shakespeare used to say, a merry heart goes twice the way that tires a sad one. A most sincere welcome to Southgate and the evening exercises. Savor the excitement and camaraderie, because life can be very sweet. Thank you.
All right. Mayor Oster was going to join us tonight, but I see that he's probably still on his way up from Nanaimo. But Mrs. Oster said that she would give us a few words. Mrs. Oster?
Mrs. Rachman, honored guests, and graduates. It's unfortunate that my husband isn't here, and one aspect of his work that he really looks forward to is the opportunity to attend all the graduating classes. And I expected him here at any moment, but I believe that he will be able to attend the banquet. Now, I'd just like to take the opportunity to give the graduating class just one piece of advice, that on your way through life, if you ever have a chance to take a public speaking course, grab at it, because you never know when you'll be asked to leap up and say a few words for your spouse. And on behalf of my spouse, I would like to extend our warmest congratulations to the graduating class of 1985 from the municipality of Campbell River. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Osler. I like to think of school trustees as our caring partners in education. And in these times, we need a lot of caring. One of Campbell River's caring trustees is Bill Standeven. I now invite Mr. Standeven to address us on behalf of the Campbell River Board of School Trustees. Mr. Standeven?
Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of 1985, today is a special day. Today is a special day for me because it's my son's 4th birthday. It's special because I have been invited to speak to you tonight, and because as a trustee, it's important to see that there is more to education than budgets or policy. To remember that people, young people, are the reason we have an education system. Today is important for you because you are graduating and leaving one part of your life to enter another. It's an important milestone in your life. Today is also the summer solstice. As I'm sure you'll remember from science classes, the summer solstice is the day when the northern hemisphere is closest to the sun. In many ways, this is a very fitting analogy to this time of your life. A time when youth is at its zenith, a moment captured between spring and summer. It doesn't feel so very long since I graduated, and I remember the white-hot intensity of young adulthood, the pressure to prove oneself, to beat the world, and fulfill all your dreams immediately. The rush to find a niche because you feel a little bit lost, even amidst the exhilaration of leaving home. I would like to reassure you that although the world looks particularly daunting right now, you can find or create a place for yourself out there. Many of you, I'm sure, are preparing to take further training. Ultimately, however, all of you will be faced with the task of finding a job. I can't promise you that you'll find that job of your dreams. Goodness knows I wish I could. I do know that a belief in yourself and your special talents, combined with youth, enthusiasm, and perseverance, is always a winning combination. Tonight I bring you the greetings of the Campbell River School Board. Adults who, like your parents, have worried about you and cared about you on a collective, if not a personal basis. And tonight we welcome you into young adulthood. As such, you become partners. No longer just the cared about, but part of the caring. Remember that you need, more than ever, to care not just about your own advancement, but also about your community and your world. Be gentle. Be gentle to yourself and to others. Do not deliberately hurt the world, your community, your fellow creatures. There is enough hurt and pain in this world already. Do not add to it. In all your actions and thoughts, if you consider what I ask, you will always be rich in friendship and rewarded in gentleness as you enter the summer of your life. God bless you all, and have a safe grad.
Thank you, Mr. Standeven. Much of the charm of Southgate graduation ceremonies is the visual impressions we enjoy. At this time, I would like to thank Mitch Luckenach of Mitch's Furniture for providing the carpeting to cover the ceremonial risers, and Carlisle Nurseries for providing the shrubs. Their interest, support, and cooperation added the final brushstrokes to complete this beautiful picture in front of you. Every graduating class selects 2 teachers to present the diplomas. The 1985 class has selected 2 sweeties, Miss Leslie Bird and Mr. Doug Peerage. To share the roll call with me, I call upon our hardworking, dedicated grad sponsor, Mr. Craig Gillis.
Okay, it gives us pleasure now to begin to call down each graduate separately. We'd ask that you wait a moment for applause, as there are a few words we'd like to tell you about the future plans of each of our graduates. Our first graduate of the 1985 class, Altino Silva. Altino plans to take a drafting course at North Island College, then get a job and make enough money for further educational pursuits.
Rhonda Starrett. Rhonda's ambitious plans include first-year sciences at North Island College this year and the medical faculty at UBC next year. In the meantime, part-time work at the Chateaubriand will help finance her education.
Sonyaulfstein. By January, Sonia will be at Malaspina College enrolled in a practical nursing course. Before that, Nurse Ulfston plans to get a job and earn some money.
Chris Crabtree. This summer, Chris hopes to get a job on a fish boat. In September, Chris will be making tracks for sunny California and maybe take some trade courses.
Jane McFadden. Our English sweetheart, Jane's initial plans are to obtain a Bachelor of Arts degree, then specialize in social work or education. Her love of people will easily prepare her for that vocation.
Anna Felicio. UVic is Anna's goal for September. However, she plans to be Prime Minister of Canada in 1999. Good luck, Anna.
Brent Adams, the last of the Adams clan. Aquaculture and fisheries technology are Brent's future goals, but this summer he'll be out in the deep blue sea, commercial fishing, hauling in those fish and those elusive dollars.
Colleen Vrabel. Business administration is Colleen's goal. She will attend North Island College this year, then off to university. Her immediate work plans include anything, anywhere, anytime.
Sherry Towers. Sherry recently was awarded a $2,000 scholarship to attend Simon Fraser University in physics and math. Recently, in this year's Sir Isaac Newton exam in physics, she ranked in the top 2% in Canada.
Kevin Ogren. In 1986, Kevin will pursue a degree in criminology at Simon Fraser University. Ultimately, he hopes to join the RCMP.
Laurie Millett. Laurie hopes to attend North Island College in September. She has quite an interest in the legal profession, so hopes to either become a legal secretary or, who knows, a lawyer.
Kim Schroeder. Kim wants to work for a while, save some money, and then continue her education to become a psychiatrist.
Janice Weir. Janice wants to lead a good, healthy life and always be happy. She's made a good start so far. With her personality, she's sure to win many friends, planning to attend Malaspina College in September, where she will train to work with the handicapped.
Troy Sterrett. Troy is going to spend the summer fishing. In September or October, he hopes to take the welding course at North Island College.
Chris Fullman. Chris leaves Sunday for Ontario to start off with his new family and his new vocation. He hopes to become a truck driver and pursue musical interests as a drummer.
Rita Cassens. In Fantasyland, Rita dreams of becoming a world-class bodybuilder and taking on the world. In reality, she hopes to become a dental assistant, save her money, and travel to the tropics.
Carmel Jackson. In January, Carmel is off to Malaspina College to enroll in a chef's training course. Her chicken cordon bleu is incomparable. Before college, she wants to work and party till she drops.
Rob Stanley. Rob plans to keep working part-time at the Boston Pizza while attending North Island College to study drafting.
James Mazzaris. This year's addition to Southgate, James quickly became one of our most highly valued tutors. He's off to UBC in the fall to pursue a career in biomedicine and hopes to do some traveling before going to university.
Dawn Patrick. In a year or two, Dawn plans to attend Oregon State University to pursue a career in business administration and recreation education. Good luck, Dawn.
Laura Harder. One of our school's top humanities students and editor of this year's memorable yearbook, Laura is off to UBC this fall. Journalism or law could be strong possibilities in her future.
Michelle Trombley. Michelle plans to attend Malaspina College and eventually become a certified general accountant. Her goal is to be happy and successful in her career and life. Terrific, Michelle.
Barb Patterson. Bubbly Barb plans to attend UVic in September. Her future aspirations include the law profession and finding her missing purse. Barb's summer employment desires anything, anywhere. Anything?
Keith Wilson. Keith will be pursuing a bachelor's degree in commerce. He plans to spend 2 years at Caribou College and then finish at UBC. Administrative work for an airline at Vancouver Airport is his career goal.
Craig Slingsby. Now, Craig says his future plans are to become a pickle machine operator or a professional grad student at Southgate for the next 12 years. He would like to use his musical talents as a chaperone for next year's band trip with Chris, Travis, John, and Al.
Travis Bolander. Travis, a member of our award-winning Physics Olympics team, plans to become an engineer. Good choice, Travis.
Diane Bolio. Diane plans to work for a year, then travel east to pursue a career in advertising or editing. Her writing ability should certainly equip her for such a profession. Anything's possible, Diane.
Carla Burkell. Next March, Carla plans to attend Malaspina College to study office administration. Her goals are to become a legal secretary, make enough money to live comfortably, and to travel. Good luck, Carla.
Dawn Willard. Dawn recently returned to us from mission after 2 years. Presently taking one of the school's most demanding academic programs, she's considering nursing as a career. We're glad you came back, Dawn.
Roland Isaacson. Roland's present plans include getting a job, taking courses at North Island College, attending a trade school, and eventually joining the armed forces.
Dwayne Mugford. This year's valedictorian plans to become a teacher. In fact, he wants my job. So he's been training hard with the Schooner Blues hockey team to toughen up. After a year at Malaspina, he'll be transferring to UVic.
Karen Paquette. Studying dentistry at UBC is Karen's plan for September. She's a volleyball and gymnastics enthusiast and hopes to coach gymnastics. This summer, she'll be working as a dental assistant in Vancouver.
Ken Bennett. Ken's love of the outdoors will probably lead him to Malaspina next year in pursuit of a scaling and spacing course.
Alana Farrel. Alana will be leaving for Ottawa in mid-August. She received a scholarship to attend Carleton University, where she plans to pursue degrees in international relations and law. Alana is well known in the community for her interest and work in traffic safety.
Allison Harry. Allison will be taking courses in computers and accounting at North Island College this fall. During the summer, she'll be working as a receptionist in the Humalco Indian Band office. In October, Allison is marrying a wonderful and very lucky person named Dale. Good luck, Allison.
Glenn Little. Sometime in the future, Glenn plans to take an auto body course in Vancouver. At present, he is working at Coast Tractor. However, he may change jobs in order to obtain experience in operating a backhoe.
Keith Little. In July, Keith will be enrolled in the heavy-duty mechanics course at North Island College. He hopes to get into real estate within the next 5 years.
Nancy DeYager. In a year or two, Nancy plans to take first-year college courses at North Island College. In the meantime, she will be working at Dependable Carpets in Campbell River. Holiday plans include a month or so in Alberta.
Karen Rennie. After graduation, Karen plans to work in Campbell River for a year. Then, in September '86, she'd like to attend hairdressing school at Malaspina College.
Wade Martinson. Wade's immediate plans are to get a job and earn enough money to take courses in underwater welding and deep-sea diving. Ooh.
Leah Seal. A vacation in the Bahamas is on Leah's horizon. Before that, however, she wants to get a job in the secretarial field to pay for that vacation.
Anna Marie Parrish. Anna Marie is off to Malaspina in September to specialize in childcare or social work. After grad, she's going to Mexico. She says she can't wait.
Philip Gray, one of our quiet, hard-working students. Future educational plans are a little indefinite for Philip right now. After graduation, he's planning to drive taxi in Courtenay for a while.
Steve Spooner. Steve plans to take a welding course at North Island College and then pursue a career as a welder. This summer, Steve may go fishing on a gill netter.
Debbie Walker. Debbie plans to take business management course at North Island College. She hopes to become a very rich businesswoman by the age of 25 and live in luxury. Right now, she's looking for a summer job. Suggestions?
Kay Hideshima. Southgate's Rotary Exchange student will be returning to Japan to finish her schooling. She would like to become a translator in a Japanese travel agency. Her parting remarks: she's very sad to be leaving because she likes Southgate and the great kids here. One day she'll come back.
Tracy Luoma. Our next graduate has already received her diploma, and we're very sad that she could not be here with us this evening. Unfortunately, 2 days she contracted the mumps. So Tracy, who has given so many hours to Southgate on such projects as the yearbook, the student government, the Traffic Safety Council, you name it, Tracy does it. She will be planning to attend university and become a photographer in New Zealand or Australia. And we just wanted to take a moment to tell her on celluloid that we missed her tonight. Tracy.
Kim Palmiter. Kim's future plans are to become a hairdresser. After grad, she plans to work in Campbell River, either in a grocery store or a local bank.
Bob Williamson. What can you say about Bob? He's just done so much to coordinate all of these decorations you see before you tonight. He's just been an incredible worker. He's planning to go into forestry and wildlife management at BCIT. Thanks from all of us, Bob.
Frank Shannon. Nicknamed Ming by the acting class, Frank will be taking the chef's training course at Malaspina next year. For now, he is going to fish the waters of the BC coast. Walk on, Frank.
Ken Affair. Ken has been a fair Prime Minister. She plans to take a course in commercial design at Langara College in the spring. She's presently a member of the BC Junior Women's Softball team and will be competing in the Canadian Summer Games in New Brunswick in August. Are we proud of her?
Jillian Duffy. Jillian wants to work for a few days, save her money, and then continue her education. Her present goal is to become a computer programmer.
Chad Walker. This fall, Chad will be attending the College of Southern Idaho on a baseball scholarship. For the last 2 months, he's been playing in the Delta Dodgers in Vancouver. See you in the big leagues, Chad.
Carla Clawson. Carla, our Uranium City transplant, plans to pursue a career in teaching. She is off to Camosun College for 2 years and then plans to transfer to Simon Fraser or UVic. She'll be working this summer as a playground coordinator on Quadra Island.
Greg Toes. Mr. Payless will give his future some thought before making up his mind. Greg will train to become a chiropractor, pilot, accountant, or engineer. And get this, foxes, at 37 he will marry.
Michelle Thompson. Michelle is the hard-working grad who helped to organize the slideshow this evening. In September, she will start registered nurses training at Vancouver General Hospital.
John Margetts. This fall, John will be enrolled in first-year university transfer program at Malaspina College. After that, he plans to take it easy for a year at a time. He expects to go missing for 5 years.
Karen Galinsky. In September, Karen is off to UBC to pursue a career in architecture. This hard-working grad chairperson plans to work at the mill this summer.
Diana Batten. That Batten laugh won't be forgotten. Diana's professional pursuits are in the field of psychology at UVic. If that fails, she's going to party with Al.
Alan Howie. Alan's future plans are indefinite at the moment. Right now, he says he wants to party with Diana and fly like an eagle to the sea. Okay, Alan.
Dean Prastupa. One of this year's class historians, Dean plans to study criminology at Malaspina College. In 4 or 5 years, he would like to be a narc. Anywhere in Canada, Dean intends to remain a bachelor. Too bad.
Paige Highlands. Business and commerce at UVic are Paige's aspirations for September. This summer, she will be working as a receptionist at Mark Highlands Chevaux.
Jennifer Graham. After spending a year in Victoria, Jennifer returned to Southgate this year to graduate. She'll train as a travel agent at a college in Nanaimo in January and then head for California to look for surfers.
Joe Elphick. Joe seems to have a lot of question marks about his future, but with his artistic creativity, I see a great future in the visual arts. Joe, if you want that Lamborghini, pick up your paints and go for it.
Tim Cadoba. Tim's immediate plans are to do a little fishing and just enjoy this summer. After that, he's off to Malaspina to complete a course in log scaling.
Suzanne Draper. Suzanne is not finished with school yet. She is taking Biology 11 at summer school, then Biology 12 at North Island College. Next, she plans to attend Malaspina College and become a dental assistant.
Tim Mansell. Tim will be moving to Victoria to work in Goodwill Industries and receive further vocational training.
Marty Graham. Immediately after grad, Marty will be working in the woodwork section of Skyline Productions.
Liz Patron Facey. Liz's future plans include part-time work at Peter Pan Daycare Center and Rob Ron Romper Room Preschool. Courses at North Island College will give her further training in working with children.
Teresa Rogers. Teresa is one of our hardest working peer counselors, and she hopes to be a social service worker. This summer, she will be tutoring in Campbell River. Teresa wants to make enough money to support herself until she wins $1 million in the lottery.
Rob Thirlborn. Rob is keeping many career doors open. At present, he's considering a drafting course at North Island College, perhaps becoming a chef at the Empress, or a paramedic or ambulance driver. Good luck on the decision, Rob.
Laurie Coward. Laurie's dream is to be a model. For the summer, she will work in a clothing store in Campbell River, then it's off to Vancouver to fulfill her dream.
Leanne Cox. Leanne, one of our hardest working students, is heading off to UVic in the fall. She wants to get a job for the summer so she can have a little spending money. Good luck, Leanne.
Alan Mack. Alan is itching to get out on that ocean and fish this summer. North Island College is in his future. He wants to be an income tax consultant or tax dodger.
David Spencer. This is a graduation David will not forget. As soon as he recovers, he plans to work in a camp in Jarvis Inlet. Future studies include a course as a heavy-duty mechanic. In his spare time, David likes to play the guitar and write songs.
Bonnie McDougall. Bonnie is off to Victoria in January to enroll at the Vista School of Travel. She hopes being a travel agent will allow her to see the world. This summer, she will be working at a campground leader on Quadra Island. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us great pleasure to present to you the Southgate graduation class of 1985. The 1985 graduating class has chosen as its guest speaker Mr. Reed Herkus. It seems most appropriate for Reed to address this particular class because he came to Southgate the same year this class entered grade 8. For 5 years, they have worked together and grown together. A special thank you, Reed, for supervising the decorations for this evening. Reed, come on up.
Seems like such a long time ago we were rolling toilet paper across the floor at the grade 8 initiation. I feel a very special honor in being chosen by this year's class of grade 12s as a person who will leave them with a few thoughts for the future. In the many hours that I spent thinking about what to say and speak about this afternoon, I remembered back to speeches that were most memorable to me. Those speeches were both short and to the point, and I hope that what I have to say is both short and to the point. You young people gathered here tonight, before your families and friends, are about to set sails for new unexplored shores, much like Christopher Columbus did 500 years ago. For the past 12 years, your lives have been organized for you. There's been the knowledge and security that come September there would be another year of school, another year of the close friends you've made over the years, and of course, more homework. As of tonight, those activities are finished with. You're off to new unexplored shores, whether it is to continue your schooling at university or college, or to the world of work. I imagine your feelings tonight are much like they were 12 years ago when you were entering grade 1. There is the excitement, or there was the excitement of going to school, the nervousness of the unexpected, and the fear of what the teacher might say or do. And I'm sure a number of those same feelings and thoughts are with you now, particularly in light of the economic times and the prospects for jobs now and in the near future. Some of you, of course, have much more immediate concerns, like did I pass the provincial exams, and have I really made it? Others of you have been looking forward to this day for a long time and are ready to get on with the rest of your life. But no matter what it is that your future brings, remember one thing: be honest and fair with yourselves. Because if you are, you'll be fair to all those people around you. Be fair to yourself in the goals you set for yourself. Neither make those goals too difficult or too easily attainable, but rather set realistically challenging goals for your chosen career and for your future relationships. You've shown by making it to this day that a challenge has its rewards. For each of you, those challenges have been different, whether it was making it through the 12 years of school or just making it to school on time in the morning. You have managed to reach the dawn of a new part of your lives. So spread your wings and face tomorrow with the same honesty and fairness to yourself and the people around you that you feel tonight, because you really are on the edge of a dream.
Thank you, Reed. This year's valedictorian was overwhelmingly selected by his peers to give the valedictory address. To be given this honor has been his desire, his dream, for well over a year. You energized well, Dwayne. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian, Dwayne Mugford.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends, teachers, family, and of course, fellow graduates. I'd like to say first off that it's a real privilege to stand before you tonight and shake. To speak on behalf of this class of '85 is a real honor, and for this I thank you all. So this is it, June 21st, 1985. The evening that before this year was only a vision, a dream in our minds. And so tonight we pay our respects to 12 years of school, which have made up most of our lives to date. Not only does this ceremony signify the end of so many experiences, both good and bad, but also the beginning of new such experiences. It is somewhat impossible to put everything all the different events that have occurred throughout the years onto paper. However, take two. However, I've tried to recapture a few. I think we can all recall our elementary school years when none of us knew how to pronounce graduation, let alone think we'd be sitting up here years later. Then, all we were concerned about was who we got to sit beside in class, or whether or not Mother had packed our favorite peanut butter and jam sandwiches, which she never did anyway. It was between grades 1 and 7 that we began to develop friendships that would last forever and hopefully carry on beyond tonight. At this time, we took everything for granted. We figured our friends would always be here for us, which of course they were, but we never once pondered the thought of not possibly seeing them after tonight. Like, how are we to know? I mean, back then, all of us looked up to our teachers in more ways than one. Either we were still too short and couldn't see above their desks, or we just simply admired their intelligence and acknowledged their power. And when we didn't, we were subjected to those dreaded detentions, the ones where you had to clean every one of those chalk brushes in that little room, or you had to wash all those dirty words off the desks, the ones that you were never allowed to say aloud. Scary stuff. But finally, those first chapters of our lives came to a close, and the 80s rolled in. An age of computers, sympathy for mankind, fears, awareness, and a great significant change for every one of us here. More so than ever, we were on our own. Now, grade 8 abruptly introduced us to new faces, new words, new rules, and very different social codes. Here, we found out the true meaning of friendship, as we all hung out in large groups out the hallways because someone had told us there was strength in numbers. I'm sure all of us here can recall some of the stories we heard about the big school. How the seniors played a game called pinball using the grade 8s as balls and the walls for bumpers. Or how the lockers were supposed to be customized to fit us. And how about that new vocabulary we had to pick up? No more groovy, but awesome was allowed. Words like far out was acceptable, but cool just sounded too much like the Fonz. And of course, I just didn't cut it then. And never, under any circumstances, would he use recess in place of break. And that's true. Even Mom and Dad was now old lady and the old man. Sorry, Mom. Yes, those were the days. No more Incredible Hulk lunch kits. Now we had to brown bag it. But like everything else, we soon settled in, and our long, hard road to grade 12 was ready to be traveled on. During these years, our teachers, and most of them have watched us grow and hopefully mature over 5 years, have played a role in our lives that we may have been blind to then, but most of us realize now. Not only did they teach us the education we would need for further use in our lives, but they taught us how to communicate, how to really get by in the world. They treated us as the rapidly growing adults that we were, not as naive young boys and girls. However, I'm certain a few are glad to see some leave. This special bond between teacher and student is something that goes under the heading of Southgate spirit. All of us here know what it is, and although it's hard to be put into words, it is something that is felt, and we will carry in our hearts wherever we may go. I think Tennyson summed it up best in his work Ulysses, when he states, "I am a part of all that I have met," and this certainly applies to this tremendous faculty here at Southgate. Of course, from here we moved to our long-awaited senior years, and once again we were back on top for a while. Now it was the big deal to get your driver's license, just what your mom wanted. Then when that wore off, it was time to own your own vehicle, if you were rich enough, mostly due to your parents not wanting the family vehicle destroyed. But no one told the car owners about repair bills, gas prices, speeding tickets, and that tires are made of rubber, therefore they do eventually wear out after a million brake stands in the parking lot. Of course, now we were subjected to those great things such as exams and essays for English, English Lit, history, geography, biology, and everything else in school. Not to mention those other great experiences like report cards and parents. Need I say more? Oh, but we made it, and I'm confident that we all passed those infamous government exams as well. I really can't complete this speech without mentioning two other major factors in our lives: our parents and our high school friends. Yes, Mom and Dad, you were there with us through it all, and it's comforting to know that you will still be there as well. For all the times you've allowed us to unselfishly lean on you, we thank you ever so dearly. And we hope you are as proud of us this evening as we are of you. And we also hope that during the party tonight, you'll still be proud of us. And maybe even let us lean on you one last time. But seriously, graduation would not be possible without you all, and we love you all for it. Like Mom and Dad, our fellow classmates have also seen it all, if not more. At times, the only reason we ever felt like going to school was to be with them. And come to think of it, that was a lot of the times. All of us here have gone through the bad times and the good times together. And there's something touching when you consider that you've shared memories with these people you call friends. We laughed together, and we cried together. And it's painful to think that possibly after tonight we may never meet again. However, tonight, the thoughts run too deep to be suppressed by anything, and this is what has made it all worthwhile. Tonight we are all one, a class, the class of '85. In closing, I'd like all the graduates here to picture this in their minds if they would. Think of a road which is long and winding and filled with bumps and potholes. Come to think of it, think of the airport road for a while. Right, Ellen Howie? While traveling on this road, it smooths out, which gives way to clear sailing and no problems. But once in a while, there may be a fork in this road, one of which you must choose to suit your liking. From here, you must meet all of the elements which face you. There could be mountains to climb, and as you reach the top, you may learn that you have to come down and meet the valleys or ruts. But always, you are striving for the best, always trudging forward with renewed vigor. At times while on this road, it will rain, and things will look dark and gloomy for you. However, in your mind, you know the clouds will part, and soon it will be sunny for you once more. Other times, the night will enclose you. You may not be able to see around you, and therefore made to believe you are not sure where you are headed. But once again, with a clear mind, you learn not to let that impede you and block your personal goal in life. At this time, you're always searching, always learning, looking for what you want. It is once you have found that you have confidence, and you learn to believe and trust yourself that you can accomplish anything you want. And it is here you will find the sun shines more often for you. After tonight, each and every one here begins their own road, begins their own journey on their own road. Thank you.
Darn you, Dwayne, I just got those last tears choked back. Now I've got some more to choke back. At this time, I would like to recognize some of the behind-the-scenes volunteers for their much appreciated time and effort. Thanks to Dave Ewart and his crew, Ken Duncan and Steve McCullough, for recording the video of tonight's ceremonies. Thanks to Ken Croft for the hours preparing the slide presentation. And thanks to Alan Todd for crawling around on the scaffolding and positioning all the lights. Great job, everyone. I would like to just warn our band teacher, Mr. Johnson, and Anne will be having the Queen in a moment. But before we sing the Queen, I have two requests to make. First, I ask everyone to remain seated after the Queen for the formal recessional of the grads. And second, at the conclusion of the recessional, would you please give us all a hand in moving the chairs to the side so the grads can have their group photo taken? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Queen.
Let the good times roll. Let them knock you around. Let the good times roll. Let them make you a clown. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times Let the stories be told. Let them say what they want. Let the photos be old. Let them show what they want. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Good times If the illusion is real, let them give you a ride. If they got thunder appeal, let them be on your side. Let them leave you up in the air. Let them brush you rock and roll. Let the good times 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 roll. Won't you let the good times roll? Well, let the good times roll. Let it roll. Good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good
work with. To start with, I'd like to introduce the people at our head table. To Mrs. Muir is Chad Walker. He is our grad class's baseball champion, and he's a person who everyone looks up to because he's so tall. And the last person on our head table is everyone's friend and the best prime minister that Southgate has ever had, Kenneth Fair.
Debbie will be toasting the city, and Mayor Osler will be responding. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, parents, and fellow grads, I'm standing here before you to pay tribute to the city of Campbell River, a place where many of us have come to recognize as our home, a place we can talk about with pride in our voices and a smile on our face. I can speak with experience because I was born and raised here and probably will never move away because I enjoy it a lot. I feel, Everyone here once in their lives has probably been heard complaining about how small Campbell River is and how there is never enough to do. Where in reality, there is quite a bit to do whatever season it is. Even after all this complaining, I still think we always feel a certain pride when we hear of some of the accomplishments of our citizens or hear Campbell River's name mentioned on the news or while out of town. We know that a town like Campbell River doesn't happen by accident. It is the dedication and energy of a town council and its citizens that makes so much possible for so many. When saying this, think of the ice arena, recreation department, swimming pool, or many leisure and recreation courses offered. Campbell River is a town with a very promising future. A town that has been a significant part of the past as Southgate's grads of 1985. We have learned much here, and we promise we will continue to learn wherever our past may lead us. Knowing that wherever we do get led, Campbell River will be well remembered and talked highly about. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with me as we pay tribute to the fine efforts of our City Council and the City of Campbell River. To the City.
It's encouraging to me as Mayor of Campbell River to hear a graduating student say such nice things about the town in which she lives. And I think that the municipal council, the current one and the future ones, and certainly the ones in the past, have a debt to all of the graduating students, this graduating class, the other high schools in the area, past, present, and future. So I believe that we have a duty to try and do everything we can to make Campbell River attractive, to make it worthy of wanting to stay here, and to try and do something to expand the economic base of our town so that all of our young people don't have to leave in order to earn a living. We are indeed working very hard at that, and while we can't point with too much success in recent years, I have good reason to believe that we've got a lot of things on the verge of happening here that the citizens of Campbell River will be delighted to hear. I congratulate the grads for having reached this milestone in their lives. I hope that in going out into the future, they hang on to one thing for dear life, and that is hope. Never replace hope with hopelessness, because as long as you can hang on to hope, there's absolutely nothing you can't do. So I would ask all the people in this hall to stand and join with me and drink a toast in return to the graduating class of the Ohio.
Totally S buddies, Dean and Faith.
Good evening, family, friends, and Alan Howie.
It is an honor to be with my good friend Paige this evening.
Well, Dean, I'm honored too. Just think, he actually gave up a night of working those frantic blue light specials just to review the history of our class of '85.
You see, we're the class historians, chosen by our friends, or probably ex-friends after what we have to say tonight, to discuss some of the spills, thrills, and chills of our special grad class.
Let's start with some of the spills, Dean. We understand that some of the grads got the theme slightly confused.
As you know, the theme is On the Edge of a Dream. Unfortunately, our own Alan Mack and Frank Shannon thought it was on the edge of a pit. Gravel pit, that is. I doubt they'll be four-wheeling at 3 in the morning for quite a while.
Yeah, we had to create a special cripple section for our ceremonies tonight. Did you get a load of these? And while we're into telling people things, someone should explain to John Margetts that sprinting down the highway in your birthday suit at night is not what people mean when they say you've been running in a full moon.
Paige, you just can't let the night go without mentioning some of the social gatherings we have shared as graduates.
Sonyaulfstein didn't share much of the evening at Mugford's. For some reason, she got drowsy very quickly.
Maybe it was something she ate. Someone mentioned something about tossing her cookies.
And we all remember Don Patrick taking a dive in the Mugford tub at the same gathering.
They say that after Frank Shannon finishes a bottle of wine, instead of throwing away the bottle, he breaks it over his head. Sound like fun to you?
I understand that some of our famous senior band members, TB,
Travis Bolander,
AH,
Alan Howie,
JM,
John Margetts,
CB,
Chris Bowman, sorry,
and CS,
and Mr. Craig Slingsby
have an exclusive engagement next year. They will be playing at the Nanaimo Correctional Institute by popular demand.
Speaking of getting in a bit of trouble, remember back in grade 11 when good old Rob Stanley took a rap for knocking on the wrong neighbor's door while having overindulged?
And we understand that Leah Seal hasn't had any more housewarming parties for quite some time.
Paige, do you really think the adult world is ready for the class of 85?
I know what you mean, Dean. Just think of it. Diana Vatten driving around in her Batmobile, laughing like no one else can, as she looks for patients for her new psychology practice.
How about considering Greg Toes filling your car with gas 1 minute and then jumping on your back to fix it as a chiropractor?
And Rita Cassens plans to be the first bodybuilding and dental assistant I've ever heard of.
Maybe she'll work with dentist Karen Paquette. Can you imagine being stuck in a chair with a rubber dam in your mouth and having to listen to both of them for an hour?
I can just see that grin on Nurse T, short for Nurse Thompson's face, as she comes to you with her big needle. You know, Dean, it's time for us to be drawing this trip down memory lane to a close.
We'd like to end by playing our traditional game called Can You Imagine?
We ask that you think of the following people in the following professions or situations. Here we go.
And by the way, we'd like a little help from the audience tonight. Yeah. I'll give you the signal and you say, can you imagine? We'll do the rest, okay? So when I give you guys a signal, would you please say, can you imagine? First of all, we'll try it by you guys saying it once first, okay? When I give the signal, like this.
Can you imagine?
Okay, I can't really hear you. You want to speak up a little louder? Okay.
Can you imagine?
Okay, we're getting better. Okay.
Can you imagine?
Michelle Trombley is a lady mud wrestler.
Can you imagine Barb Patterson running a quit smoking group?
Troy Starr is anything else but a fisherman.
Can you imagine Mr. Muir as a midget?
Philip Gray is a bouncer at Bobo's.
Can Altino and Rhonda getting along?
Anne-Marie Parrish as a spelling teacher.
Dean Price-Stupa as a student.
Mr. Richardson with hair.
Jane McFadden or Brent Adams as a safe driver.
And are you ready for this one, folks?
Can you imagine
Dwayne Mugford as a stud?
Before we go, we'd like to give out a few special gifts to a few people for some of the blunders which have occurred this year. The first group of people we would like to call upon are David Spencer, Alan Mack, Frank Shannon, and the one and only Craig Slingsby.
Would you guys please come on up here for a second? For them, we have, this is our cripple section, as you all know. And for them, we have a quick cripple cure kit. Let's go use your lips. Here, open up. Okay. This doesn't have problems with expensive food.
Plum disinfected Band-Aids. All right.
There goes some booze for the out.
Booze strips.
Yeah, right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. The next person we would like to call up is Mrs. Hollins. Would you please come up here for a second? As the story goes, a group of us, Dwayne Mugford, Alan Howie, and I, were playing pool one evening at their house, and her and Paige were going out for dinner, and they asked us if we could please clean up and lock the doors as we were just finishing our game. Except for one little thing, we did a nice number on Paige's room, so most of you guys know. Just a little gift for you. What it is?
They used all the toilet paper in the house for that night in Paige's room. So this is toilet paper, I know. Not to mention the Vaseline all over the door.
Well, we thought that might be a little bit too much.
The next person I'd like to call up is Karen Paquette.
Karen has a hard time chewing gum, so for her, a little bib and a couple of extra packs of gum. Go ahead, open it up.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
You better tell me what it is.
Karen has a hard time keeping her gum in her mouth as she's talking to people. So we got our little McDonald's bib for Karen.
And for the last one of them all, we'd like to call upon Brent Adams.
Brent missed a lot of school this year just because of a few sniffles. Come on up, Sniff. Mr. Adams?
Box of cleaning?
Could be. Who let you at that? Ooh. This one off.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's working. Yeah, Scotty's got a farm safe price. Thanks, man.
We hope we haven't offended anyone as we've taken our little trip down memory lane with the class of '85.
Along with that, we'll now be making the toast to parents, which is to be responded by Mrs. Adams. Diana came to us from Prince Rupert, where she left married friends, and now she soon became a active member of our grad class and a great asset. The more serious note, she will make the toast.
Honored guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight seems like our night, a celebration for all the grads who successfully completed school as we've known it. But speaking on behalf of the entire class of '85, without the love we've received from our parents, none of us would have made it here at all. Whether it was holding our hand on the first day of kindergarten and waiting to make sure we made it with the right teacher into our new classroom, or bring us our lunch in elementary school because we'd forgotten it and thought we'd starve to death. The early morning team practices, the help on that unconquerable homework, or the encouraging company on those late-night study sessions for those government exams we all faced. Not to mention continuously donating to all those endless grad fundraisers we held this year. But most of all, nursing our wounds along the way, always knowing what to do or what to say to make everything seem better. Thanks for all the understanding you've given us over the years, the long sleepless nights, which started when we were babies, either crying or having earaches all night. Those nights stopped for a while, but somehow restarted when we hit our teen years. I think there'll be a few sleepless nights this weekend, too. All the growing pains that we went through, but you had to put up with. And the forgiveness for some of those crumpled fenders we brought home to you. For picking us up and putting us back on our feet when we thought it was the end of the world, no matter what the situation was. You were always there, for comfort, advice, or just to listen. Always eager to hear whatever we had to say. Thanks for letting us be ourselves, always there for us to offer optimistic encouragement to help us conquer any new conquest we faced. Giving us the opportunity to take on some responsibility, to make our own decisions, and from that, we all grew as individuals, and we owe that to your careful guidance. As we enter a new stage in our lives, our fondest memories of you will continue to guide and encourage us eternally. Our appreciation and love is extended to you tonight and will remain in our hearts and yours forever. As without you and your love, this night just wouldn't be the same. So thanks, moms and dads, and here's to you, to the moms and dads.
Honored guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is with pleasure on behalf of the parents I reply to Diana's toast. This evening, as we proudly admire this attractive group of young people, we realize just how quickly the last 17 to 18 years have passed. The years have been rich with memories and wonderful experiences. True, we've all shared a few mishaps and unfortunate moments, may have triggered the odd gray hair or wrinkle, but we realize they were only tiny obstacles along a path of many experiences that were successfully encountered. The years have been a growing process for us all. You from your beginnings to young adults, ourselves from anxious young adults to wiser, more understanding, mature individuals. The role of a parent has been most rewarding, one which none of us would exchange. Tonight you have reached a transition point in your lives, passing from the familiar school days of the past 12 to 13 years, on now to university or college life, or into the working force. Whatever you choose, our love and support accompanies you. And so tonight, enjoy your special evening, and from all of us, accept our sincerest wishes for a future filled with success, health, and happiness. Thank you.
Brent, to toast the teachers, and Mr. Bill Kennedy will be responding.
I have to have a card here so I don't forget. Fathers, mothers, teachers, honored guests, and fellow grads. We've had the privilege and the honor to have been taught by superior teachers. We are grateful to the teachers for having patience and support throughout the past 5 years. Besides teaching, they are involved in sports such as a basketball coach, a volleyball coach, or having the job of putting together Reach for a Top team, or the Physics Olympics, or putting on a field trip such as dogfish tagging. Besides that, they patrol the halls, sometimes break up fights. They keep us in line, and we're very grateful. On these activities, they do put in a lot of extra hard hours, and we're grateful to them. They've all done an excellent job, and we appreciate it. We are proud to be graduates of Southgate because we know we have had a quality education. I'd like you all to rise now and join me in a toast to the teachers of Southgate 1985. To the teachers of Southgate 1985.
Mr. Kennedy is a biology teacher at our school, and a very big part of our grad class.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brent, for those kind, thoughtful words. On behalf of the administrative, teaching, and secretarial staffs at our fine school, I extend to you, the grads of 85, our sincere congratulations. Most of you arrived at Southgate in September of 1980. In the ensuing 5 years, it has been a distinct pleasure for us to play a major role in your educational development. Hopefully, your memories of us will be fond ones. We know that in you, we have many good friends who now must move on to face new challenges. Please do keep in touch. Your visits to the staff room and letters are always appreciated. We wish you the best of luck in whatever you choose to do. May success continue to be with you. Thank you.
Okay, next is going to be the toast to the graduating class. Mr. Don Muir will be toasting us. First, I'd like to say a few words about Mr. Muir. When he first came to Southgate, I'm sure that he scared the living daylights out of all of us. I know that for sure. But once we got to know him, we got to realize what a wonderful man he really is. And I'm really proud to present Mr. Muir to make a toast to our class.
Thank you, Kenneth. Honored guests, members of the commencement class, parents, grandparents, ladies and gentlemen, and friends. I am pleased and honored to propose a toast to the class of '85. High school commencement is such a significant step. Each year we extol the virtue and wisdom of the graduates, as if each class were greater and better than those before, which really is not the case, because each class is different. Each class has its own attributes and idiosyncrasies. Each class seeks its level of achievement and direction, and each in its own way prepares for the future and the many challenges to be faced. You might expect the class of '85 to be disconsolate and reticent about the future, because they are constantly being reminded that life is grim and doom reigns supreme. However, I'm pleased to say that they are not downhearted. They have become a very determined group and are reaching for heights which they can attain and which they can find the happiness they so richly deserve. As Dwayne so eloquently stated in his valedictory address, they are finding strength in their families, school, and community. It appears that they are looking for support in the traditions which give determination to their self-discipline. The class of '85 is even now reaching out to new endeavors and challenging others. The physics class tackled the Physics Olympics and did well. Class members journeyed to Vancouver on weekends to extend their athletic abilities. Scholarships to Simon Fraser and Carleton have been received. Music has become a part of their enjoyment. Children in British Columbia are buckling up seatbelts because of the class of '85's influence. '85 blood is being spread far and wide, for Southgate students still continue to surpass the pints donated by other schools at blood donor time. And to the chagrin of one student, there wasn't a drop of blue to be found. The crutch might well have been the logo for this class, as the many leg problems charged the medical profession with the need to provide extended care, and the therapists have also gained a wealth of experience. Student government surpasses the provincial government in efficiency. They operate from a credit, not a deficit position. And I might say that our Prime Minister stroked a mighty bat, and her gavel reigned supreme. And I suppose the greatest feat of all, the class of '85 won the grad staff slow pitch game. Class of '85, we know that you are flexible, that you're able to cooperate, that you're able to accept direction, that you're able to provide direction, and that you do not easily despair. We know that you will tackle the future with determination and achieve your dream. We know that you recognize that the person who wishes improvement strongly enough to set to work on himself or herself is the person who will achieve results. Do you wish the world were better? Let me tell you what to do. Set a watch upon your actions. Keep them always straight and true. Rid your mind of selfish motives. Let your thoughts be clean and high. You can make a little Eden of the sphere you occupy. Do you wish the world were wiser? Well, suppose you make a start by accumulating wisdom in the scrapbook of your heart. Do not waste one page on folly. Live to learn and learn to live. If you want to give men knowledge, you must get it ere you give. Do you wish the world were happy? Then remember day by day just to scatter seeds of kindness as you pass along the way. For the pleasures of the many may be oft times traced to one, as the hand that plants an acorn shades armies from the sun. Please join me in the toast to the 85 grads. May their lives be filled with good friends, good health, enough wealth, and all the happiness it's possible to attain. A toast to the 85 class. To the 85 class.
For your reflections and encouraging words, Mr. Muir. I'm sure it'll help us all through our journey in life. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow grads, and honored guests, I would like to begin by extending my own congratulations to my fellow grads. I would then like to say a special thank you to the entire staff at Southgate. After all, without your patience and support, this entire evening could not have been possible tonight, nor could the fact that we have the determination that we do. As students, we have been through a lot, each new experience bringing with it deepening maturity, preparing us for the world we are about to enter. We've been waiting for our chance to be free, and I'm sure the teachers are going to feel the same way about this. But the class of '85 is finally on its way. They are on the edge of a dream.
Well, he's just John, we all love him. So anyhow, here's Karen John. On behalf of the grads of 1985, we'd like to thank Mr. Gillis for all of his help and support that he's given us. We'd like to give him this tree, and we hope he watches it grow like he's watched us grow. And it should start growing straight back up. Mr. Gillis?
The reason I'm laughing is because I drive an old '73 Toyota. Figuring out how I get home. I know this has something to do with my shrubberies joke, right? About how the parents at the aftergrad were going to dress up as those shrubs and hop along. I guess just one thing I would really like to say. There's been lots of talk tonight of the optimism of the evening, and I see the positive energy, and I see the the growth, and I see all the dreams right out there. And I hope people will take a very vivid visual implant of all that and keep it there, because there's going to be times when it's not always as positive and it's not always as great. But if you can keep, like Wordsworth said, you guys, remember? If you go back there for your anchor, and if you keep digging in and you pull out those positives, and you'll always feel good because you were part of the class of '85. That's really, really important. I'd just also like to say something about this incredible staff. It's just, you saw a graduation tonight, and that's every person on staff just working lots and lots of hours, and it keeps pulling together, and it just is so beautiful to see it all work like that. Thanks a lot.
Oh, what? What's too painful to remember?